Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Pisces for the month of July. It is a general reading, so it will not resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. If this does not sound like your story, check your moon and your rising sign. Your messages could be there. If not, check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. Okay, so what we see here is that there is or has been an upset in your, or with regards to your Ten of Cups, or what you viewed as your Ten of Cups in the past. Whatever this is, it could be emotionally draining you or have done so. It comes here with this High Priestess. This is about, it's like diving into mystery. And it's like, because this is where you are now, it's like your life has completely changed. It's in the reverse. You were here, and now you're here. And where you're going to go now is, it's like unknown, or the unknown. And on this journey, there are parts of you that you will have to decide which parts of you actually will remain, and which parts or beliefs that you once held will be shred. Here we see with this card here that you are nursing a broken heart, and this card would suggest that you do not have to drink to the bottom of that cup. If you are unhappy, you can choose to set it down and walk away. And I think these are thoughts that are going through your mind. You may have been kind of living in this false sense of security with this card of treasure being in the reverse. You could be weighing up what you might lose here. You before I feel like you may have kind of turned away from the red flags. It's like that false sense of security here, because there was a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering in this relationship, a lot of fighting over nothing. Here we have the chariot. Now the chariot speaks to improvement, success, forward movement through learned and applied skills of the cards that precede it. But the chariot in itself is still an early stop on the journey. So there's much more yet to be learned and more experiences before you. Okay, so at this point in the journey, you need to see what is working for you and what is not, and where you could possibly make improvements so that you can steer this chariot in the direction you wish. And so the question here is, how do you wish to proceed? This is about a judgment call here. And you have been hurt. Clearly, we see this. The sword is up and you are guarded. Now, most likely you were in a relationship where you felt alone, but this appears to have been kind of upended, okay, because the Ten of Cups is in the reverse here, and something has happened. Now, I see that we have this King of Wands here. Now, this guy, he will not tell all of his secrets. He'll let you know so much, and maybe he gave just enough, but like to keep you in that sense of, that false sense of security. But he was definitely keeping secrets. And maybe he kept you that way for his own selfish reasons. And this could have to do with property and loss with this card of treasure here, now in the reverse. So your happy home, we see, is now reversed. The wheel is also here in the reverse. So something took a turn for the worse. Now, the Knight of Wands is here, and he is also in the reverse. So in the reverse, he could be being very arrogant, kind of bullyish, distant. This could be you thinking of moving out, walking away from this. This could be somebody's temper flaring. It could have went from bickering to bigger things, because the Ace of Swords is up here. So this could have built up into a confrontation. Now we have here the card of Strength, and it was your first card out. So this is strength here that comes from the heart. You see that she is in this very dark place, maybe trying to protect what she feels is hers. She looks like she's afraid here, and is maybe drawing on her courage to be able to protect what is hers, or even herself, or her own needs. So she's thinking and she's planning. It's possible here this has to do with a decision. We have the sword here that she holds. Now here we see that the sword is this. It's actually, the reflection of it shows it to be a paintbrush. So it's like filling in the details, or getting to the details. Maybe she's thinking and planning all of the little details, because the Knight of Pentacles would surely make sure that everything is in place. And here we have the Fool and Temperance. So this could be about a new beginning, or taking a leap of faith on something new. Because the Fool actually, it's not the Fool, I'm sorry, but the Fool, this is the Magician. The Fool stops here, and so I always picture the Fool when I see this card, because I know he stops here. It's the very first stop on his journey, and he stops here because he's lost his, well, he hasn't lost it. Well, it did come off. God, where am I going with this? Okay, so it does come off, and he's barefoot, but the shoe is damaged, and so he stops here. This is actually the cobbler in this deck, and he stops here, and he has to figure out if it's worth it to fix that shoe or get a new one. And basically, this is what you may have been thinking or are trying to get to the bottom of, or the details for. Or you actually are thinking of getting this new shoe and you know, moving away from here in order to heal yourself. Because I feel like you were greatly disillusioned here. Something could have been overlooked in the past, because I'm looking at this wheel. My attention is brought here. It is in the reverse. Something may have been overlooked. And I keep thinking it's those red flags, and I keep getting that false sense of security here. Perhaps living in the illusion of what it once was, you know. Here we have the Empress, which is a new beginning, and we also have the Devil. And this, it's like the Knight of Wands. So the Empress is about that new beginning. The Devil, the Devil speaks to bondage, to something that's destructive. So I think that at some level or some depth, this became destructive, and maybe you overlooked it. Tried to look away from the red flags, or talk yourself into believing that they could not be true. The Devil is about illusion, deception. It is about making decisions or taking actions that in the end do not bring the satisfaction that we thought that they would. And in fact, the consequences are often pretty bad, leaving us feeling horrible, trapped, and heartbroken, which is what happened exactly here. It's here at the root. So I think that now with this Knight of Wands showing up here, I think your decision most likely is leaning more towards to leaving. Looking ahead, you have the card of foresight here. A decision, an emotional choice that I think is like a very hard decision, because clearly you still have deep feelings for that person, but you understand that it is not working, that it is toxic, that the person has betrayed you, deceived you, with the Magician here. And this Queen of Wands, well, you know, she's experienced, she's gained experience, which you have. She does not put up with fools, nor is she willing to be the fool. She's fighting for a cause here, and that is the truth. And we see up here an emotionally secure, because this is talking about the nest. Loving family was important to you. But this got kind of overthrown. You see, there's the throne. And there we have the cobwebs on those roses that just kind of settled in and smothered the life out of this relationship. A cycle coming to an end here with the world. The red shoes. So this card is indicating that you will have to make or to find, I feel it's like a strong solution or a hard decision to a difficult problem. This is a relationship that feels out of control. It is a relationship, a connection. It's something you thought would be wonderful. It was originally thought of as your Ten of Cups, you know. And it was supposed to give you a great deal and take nothing from you, except that it has taken from you. It has taken from you. So a most difficult and painful decision, but it is about taking the steps to free yourself, seeking the help that you need, and the support in regaining control of your life. And so you will plan this out very carefully. You will make sure that all the details are in place. Before handing down that judgment, planning ahead is what this is. Saving yourself. I thank you for watching, for liking and sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, I would like to say thank you to everyone who has donated to my channel. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.